Factorize these expressions. Okay, so what type of expressions are these? Is a binomial expression, okay, because it contains two algebraic terms. Okay, so how do we factorize this solution? Okay, so look at this. We have 9x plus 3y. Okay, so let's look at the highest common factor that we can use. Okay, so we have 9, we have 3, so the highest common factor here is 3. Okay, so we have different letters, so that we have this as 3 into 3x, okay, plus y. So by the time we expand this, we have this, so 3 times 3x is 9x, plus 3 times y, 3y. So that means this answer is the right answer. Okay, so the highest common factor of this second binomial, okay, is 5. Okay, so we can factor out with 5. So we have 5. Here we have this as a minus, so here we have this as 3b. Okay, so when we say 5 times a, we have it to be 5a minus 5 times 3b, we have it to be 15b. Okay, so for the third binomial, so we have ps plus qs. So for ps plus qs, okay, so the common factor here is x, so we can have it as x into, so we have this side as p plus q. Okay, so we have this as 8am minus 8bm. Okay, so when we are to factor out this, the highest common factor here is 8. Okay, so we can factor out with 8, and we have m, okay, to be common as well. So we have 8m into, okay, here we have this as a minus, so here we have this as b. So by the time we say 8m times a, we have to be 8am minus, so when we multiply this with this, we have this as 8bm. Okay, so for 5a squared minus 2 plus 2ax, so the common factor here is a. Okay, so we can say a into, so for this we have this as 5a plus, at this point we have this as 2x. So when we say a times 5a, okay, so we multiply this together. Okay, so we have 5a squared plus, so when we multiply a times 2x, we have it to be plus 2ax. Okay, so when we are factorizing, the opposite of factorization is expansion. Okay, so we have the same results. So here we have minus 5xy plus 10y. So when we look at this, what do we have that is common? So we can factor out 5 and we can factor out y. Okay, so here we have this as minus 5 into, okay, so we have this as x. Okay, so this will now be minus 2y. Okay, so minus 2, sorry, so we have this part as minus 5y. Okay, so we have minus 5y times x, so that's minus 5xy minus 5y times minus 2, we have to be plus 10y. And for minus 15x squared minus 210, okay, so we can factor out minus 15. So we have minus 15 into, we have this as s squared, okay, minus, here we have this as plus 14. Okay, so for minus 15 times s squared is minus 15s squared, minus 15 times plus 14, we have to be minus 210. Okay, so when we factor out this with minus 15, we have this as our result. Okay, and the last one here we have this as 4am squared minus 6am. Okay, so we can factor out the highest common factor we can use here is a 2. Okay, 2 can go, and when we look at the letters, so we have a we have m, which are common. So we have this as 2am. Okay, so we have this as 2m. Okay, so we have this as minus 3. So we say 2am times 2. So for 2 times 2 is 4. For am times m, we have to be am squared minus. So for 2am times 3, we have it to be 6am. Thank you very much.